All right, so today I have the 2023 BMW XM, and as you can see, this is a pretty wild looking SUV. It's just wild in general. So this is the special one from BMW's M division, and as you can tell, it's pretty crazy. So if you're wanting something that's totally unique in the performance SUV segment, you definitely need to check this thing out. It has a high price tag, but you get a ton of performance. It's straight from the M division, which is pretty cool and pretty special. And honestly, it looks like nothing else on the market today. And these huge grills, the lights, the headlights are actually right here. These are just the daytime running lights, which is kind of crazy. And if you think this is awesome, just wait until the label red comes out, because then you've got a bunch of red accents around these kidney grills and everything like that. So let's take you for a ride. I'll show you the exterior, I'll show you the interior, and just tell you what makes this XM so special and unique. Here's the exterior. Just look at those tires. I can only imagine how much those things cost to replace. Same with those brakes, just enormous. But obviously a really unique offering. You've got your stacked exhaust back there, which is very loud if you have the valves open, and even with them closed, woo boy, yeah, you're gonna be grateful for the fully electric mode, so you can sneak out of your driveway on those, especially those cold mornings if you're leaving to work pretty early. But I think this thing looks pretty sinister, almost like I'm driving Kylo Ren's helmet or something, with all of this black and the cool accents. And just overall, guys, it's pretty awesome. It's certainly unique. The styling honestly has grown on me. I wasn't a huge fan when I first saw it, but it's pretty cool. Let me show you the interior. So coming into the interior, here you have, it's pretty special. There's your amazing BMW seats, as always. The illuminated XM.
That doesn't hurt.
These speakers light up at night when the headlights are on. And lots of cool ambient lighting, wonderful materials. It all looks and smells incredible. You've got your tablet style digital gauge clusters and infotainment screen, which I don't know if I love. That's just a personal thing, but that's the style these days with everybody. Coming into the rear, you can see there's plenty of legroom, very plush, super squishy seats, and
I love the seats.
okay. So coming into the cargo area, it's pretty spacious. You have this enormous duffel bag that's so heavy because it's filled with the long charging cord. And it's actually strapped in. Oh, it's so funny. Anyway, pretty crazy, pretty cool. All right, so starting off in the 2023 BMW XM, press the red start button, and it sounds like a spaceship. All right, here we go. So we are in hybrid mode. This is a plug-in hybrid. We still have some electric range. We charged this thing for about 6 hours at our house today from like a very dead battery, and it gave us about a quarter of the total. There we go. We've got about 50 miles combined left of range. So yeah, on full electric range, you only have about 30 miles. So we only had about 7 miles of just pure electric, which we've just about used up now. But I can tell you that this thing is pretty cool. There's so much tech in here and so many features that I'm not gonna really take the time to go through all of that with you. You can dive in, there's so many videos. I mean, it's amazing. This thing is an engineering marvel from BMW's M division. And I don't know how well you can hear that, but this thing sounds awesome. That turbocharged V8 is just such a joy. Almost 700 horsepower. I can't even imagine how quick the label red and the other labels that they're going to come out with, how fast those are even going to feel, because this is pretty amazing. All the while, in the past week of driving, we've been averaging about almost 21 miles per gallon, which for something making this much power and this heavy seems pretty reasonable. It's not amazing, but like, that's not bad, you know? So as far as things that I've really enjoyed about this, I've honestly liked a lot of it. I think the seats are in typical BMW fashion, very comfortable. The lower thigh bolsters here, I think, are a little tight. They're surprisingly kind of small, and I didn't find in all of the many adjustments of the driver's seat, I didn't find really anything, maybe I'm blind to it, that adjusts those side bolsters. But other than that, it's a super comfortable seat. The heated functionality works well. The ventilated functionality, it works well. Maybe not as great as you might be expecting, but it's definitely a nice feature to have on these warmer days. The back seat is super plush. My wife said that the back seat's probably even more comfortable than the front, and I would probably agree. Like, it's super soft and squishy. And so anybody that you have back there, you know, coworkers, friends, family, whoever, they're gonna like love it back there because it's so comfortable. There's tons of space too. Do you guys enjoy the back seat back there? Yeah, and this comes with 2 pillows, which are so cool, and you can it doesn't really recline back there, so I'm not exactly sure what the pillows are for, but you get pillows. So as far as other things go that I've loved about this, obviously the power is amazing. The ability to drive on electric only mode, you know, around town and save that fuel is cool and still have decent power. The technology is incredible. Let me just get right to it. The thing that I think this is best at is just being so unique. The interior styling is very unique. There's all sorts of interesting like textures and layers and angles and lines, and this is truly unlike anything else in BMW's lineup, or even in like the performance SUV segment. The same could be said for the exterior styling. BMW's styling as of late is kind of a love it or hate it flavor, and this one is certainly unique. Again, I think that's just the word to describe this thing, is while there's so many SUVs and crossovers and everything in between these days, if you want something that's going to stand out and like be different, this is what you're gonna buy. And it's made especially cool by the fact that this is made by M. Like, this is a pure, like, intentionally designed sport SUV, high performance SUV. And yes, while you can get more power out of something like the X5M competition stuff and even save a bunch of money, this is the M division's, like, this is their I don't know, their peak design, I guess, if you will, like, of a unique performance SUV. And so, yeah, it's hard to find a lot of faults with it. The handling is incredible. The acceleration is just insanity. It just will throw you back. Make sure you've got your head braced. It shifts so quickly. The transmission does a great job. I mean, you could go fling this thing around a track, but I don't know if you'd really want to. These tires and these brakes are enormous. I can't even imagine how much it would cost to just be replacing those tires and brakes all the time, but I have no doubt that this would do really well. Which brings me to really what I think is like the only downside about this. Again, I think it looks pretty cool, certainly unique looking, inside and out. Makes great power, handles amazing. It's just, this is the special one. This is the M1. It's just, there's no numbers. It's just the XM. And so the really only downside that to me is the price. So this thing prices out at almost $166,000, which is so much money. And like, that's so much money. And when you look at all of the amazing and positive things that it does that, but then you have to ask yourself, yes, but does it justify the $166,000 price tag? And that's something that you're going to have to decide. But I will say this, is that if you are a BMW enthusiast, specifically the M division, and you want something that looks like nothing else on the market, like that's truly a unique offering, you're not going to see very many of these, then perhaps that price tag is going to be worth it to you. It's certainly steep, but this is pretty special. And if you're wanting something different and special than the rest of the pretty crowded segment of performance SUVs that are out there, I think you're going to be pretty thrilled with what the BMW XM offers. Personally, I would probably opt for a different interior color because it does feel very just kind of like dark in here, and you kind of just like sink into it. I think some just contrast would be nice, but as it is, this is pretty cool. And I think if you've got the money, and again, if you're a BMW enthusiast, you want something that's just different from the rest of the lineup and the rest of the segment, go and check out the XM. Like, I really can't, honestly, if you've got the money, I can't think of too many faults with this car. So guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And let us know what you think about the XM in the comments. Do you like the styling? Do you like the power? Do you think it's worth the price? And let us know. But thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you later. See ya.